So I feel like it's so important to be alone because we can learn how to navigate that certain inconveniences, certain emergencies. Not if you have that skill, you're going to be selective. You're going to be selective in the people that you're going to let into your life because you are not entertaining or talking or letting people into your life out of loneliness, out of sadness, just because you don't have a choice, but because you need them. Like you share values and morals. You share. Hi guys, welcome back to another session of this podcast. This podcast is going to be new and fresh, and it's just going to be new for me for the reason that I've actually tried new things in the past days. Were specifically in the day of my birthday, which is December 23, and I just turned 22. Can you believe it? I'm old. I know. But besides that, I decided to try new things alone for the reason that I wanted to be alone to realize something while being alone and doing something. And maybe I'm just going, maybe I'm going to realize something in the process. So, but yeah, this video is all about that. Me sharing what I realized and also sharing clips and videos and my realization on thrifting at Cubao. So here guys, I decided to take the MRT route to Cubao, Araneta Cubao, and yeah. And as you can see, this is my fit. Yay! And then since this is my first time eating at public alone, I feel very anxious. But after that, I go to thrift stores at Cubao. Here it is. In this video, I'm just trying out many bags, and I actually saw silver bag, but actually I don't have someone to decide to if I'm going to buy it. But yeah, I actually bought the black. So that's the last thrift shop that I visited in Cubao, and I bought two dresses. So a short story is, I decided to go there because, well, besides from the fact that it's nostalgic and I wanted to experience myself being alone there, I also wanted to take the risk and figure out what I'm going to feel when I go there by myself. So my realization is it's fun. Actually, it's fun. It's fun. It's crazy. It feels like, well, actually, if I'm going to explain the fun part is it's fun because you are trusting yourself. Like you are actually doing something that you said you're going to do, and also you are being reliable in every given situation or decisions that you wanted to make in that certain circumstances. Like for example, where you will you going to eat, where will you going to take the next trip, or like do I need to like commute in this specific place to go there, like that, because if you were a type of person who are not used to be alone or make decisions, perhaps especially if we are alone, there's specific or certain inconveniences that can occur at any given moment. So I feel like it's so important to be alone because we can learn how to navigate that certain inconveniences, certain emergencies. Not that I'm saying that being alone have that kind of inconveniences, but it can happen at any given moment. And also problem solving, navigating that also, and you building in that process, you're building kind of reliance and self-trust because you are conditioning yourself, or you are making yourself realize that, oh, you are actually reliable in this kind of situation even if you're alone. So you can be safe, just be yourself. So secondly is, I wanted to share that being alone there, thrifting, eating, is new to me. Actually, at first, it feels weird because I am alone at the first time. So, as I said earlier, this is the last thrift store that I visited. They have boots in there, like this one that I'm wearing. And also, when I get out of there, this is the view of Araneta Cubao at 6 p.m. And I saw that they have Korean mart nearby, so I tried eating noodles even though I'm on a strict diet. And also there you can actually cook something there, but yeah. So that's how I will conclude my trip to Cubao, and I wish for more videos like this soon. Goodbye. What I'm trying to say is that I need it and you need it to be alone also, because it's going to be a lot of help and beneficial for us. Because just think about it. If you wanted to travel in the future, that requires you to be alone. Or let's just say you're going with a friend, but it's kind of 50-50 in the process, right? So it's gonna be not sure. My point is there are just so many circumstances and things that you're going to do in the future that requires you to be alone. And at least for me, that's also I thought about in the past days that, oh no, the universe and life are actually teaching me right now, and also in the coming years, that I needed to be alone often, because there's just so many things that I wanted to do. There's just so many things that I wanted to pursue without any help of my genuine friends or my family. Physically, what I'm saying is physically, because it's different, because they're still helping me emotionally and mentally. Here, the most important part that I realized also in that mini drifting at Cubao is when you master. I hate that they're mastering. When you master or love the process of being alone, and let's say you are kind of independent now, not in a toxic independency, right? But you master and love being alone. You came to that point. If you have that skill, you're going to be selective. You're going to be selective in the people that you're going to let into your life, because you are not entertaining or talking or letting people into your life out of loneliness, out of sadness, just because you don't have a choice, but because you need them. Like you share values and morals, you share identities or whatever. You need each other's in this certain things or what. But because you master solitude, you master independency, and you master being alone, you actually love that, you are going to be selective on letting people in. And my honest take, my honest take on me being in the process of that is it's actually sad sometimes. It's actually I feel lonely sometimes whenever I'm alone, or there's things or circumstances that needed or requires me to be alone in that. But what I'm telling to myself is that it's gonna be important. It's going to contribute or gonna help to my growth process, whatever is that. And yeah, as I said earlier, that I still feel sad or lonely sometimes when I wanted to be alone or I wanted solitude. Is It's a human emotion. It's natural to feel that way because we are created to socialize. I finally remember what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is that, at least for me, in my own circumstances, Now that I became more selective with people that I let into my life, I know it's natural and it's still human to feel sadness or loneliness sometimes, especially if all of your friends, I'm pertaining to 5 friends or 6 friends that I have, if they are all that busy and for a reasonable reason, it requires me to be alone. And being alone sometimes is not that satisfying or pleasurable for me, and it's sad sometimes, but you know it's just like that. But at least, if we became a person who are now selective with people, you have peace. Sometimes we thought that peace or boredom sometimes, until you get used to be alone. You're happy to be alone. Well, actually, I needed to take my own advice, guys. But yeah, the main point is it's human to feel like that. It's beneficial to practice and embrace being alone in so many things and circumstances. And also, there's a lot of perspective. And also, there's a lot of benefits in being alone. That is, you're going to be used in the future. Also, if you're aiming for more successful life, or healthy life, or healthy relationship, that there is platonic or romantic. That's all for tonight, and I hope you all are enjoy with this podcast.